Walking with Christ daily is a journey unlike any other. It is not a path reserved for the perfect or the flawless, but for those willing to open their hearts, surrender their plans, and trust in a love that never fails. Each day begins with a quiet invitation, a gentle whisper to draw near, to start anew, and to anchor your soul in the presence of the one who knows you best. The day unfolds with small moments of intention. As you open your eyes, there is a sense of gratitude, an awareness that every breath is a gift. Prayer becomes the heartbeat of your morning, not always elaborate, but honest. You thank God for His mercy, ask for strength, and offer your hopes and worries. These moments set the tone, reminding you that you are not alone in the hours ahead. As you move through your day, walking with Christ is a conscious choice. It means seeking His guidance before making decisions, no matter how small. When challenges arise, instead of reacting with frustration or fear, you pause, remembering that God is your refuge. There is a quiet confidence that comes from knowing your steps are guided by someone who sees the bigger picture. Yet walking with Christ is not about perfection. There are moments of failure, times when you say something you regret or fall back into old habits. But even in these moments, there is grace. Walking with Christ means acknowledging your mistakes, seeking forgiveness, and knowing you are loved despite your flaws. It is a journey marked by humility, growth, and the willingness to try again. Throughout the day, you look for ways to reflect Christ's love to others. Whether it's a kind word to a stranger, a listening ear for a friend, or a quiet act of service nobody else sees, these acts become expressions of your faith. Compassion becomes second nature, inspired by the example of Jesus Himself. You begin to see people differently, not as obstacles or competitors, but as fellow travelers in need of hope and kindness. There are also moments of awe and wonder. Perhaps it's the beauty of a sunrise, the laughter of a child, or the comfort of a friend's embrace. In these instances, you sense God's presence in the ordinary. Walking with Christ teaches you to see the sacred in the everyday, to recognize that every moment can become holy when you are aware of God's love. There are days when the path feels difficult, when prayers seem unanswered, and faith feels hard to muster. In these times, walking with Christ means holding on even when the journey feels uncertain. It's trusting that God is at work, even in the silence, weaving your story into something beautiful. Faith is not always a feeling. Sometimes it's a choice you make, one step at a time. At the end of the day, as you reflect, you find peace in knowing that God has walked with you through every joy and struggle. You may not have handled everything perfectly, but you've learned, grown, and drawn closer